what would possess someone to just say that to a total stranger?
Gross.
There's something wrong with him.
Yeah,
well, there is, and he probably. I mean, because even his friend was like, "Whoa, dude, you just
his friend was like, okay, we're going away now."
Because, like, you want fries with that shake. That's a normal, like cat calling.
Yeah, people whistling.
Yeah, I mean but damn, that was 14 notches above that.
Yeah, that's another one I'll never forget because I was just so.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god.
He just came out of nowhere, and I was. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had plenty of things said to me, but that.
Well, just the overt, wow, you just flat out told me you would sexually assault me right here on the sidewalk. Thanks.
I hated school. God.
I didn't have, I had the cat calling, and I was sexually assaulted in school, but it was just most of the guys I was friends with or interacted with were respectful, and they treated me amazingly, and they're still friends today. So I'm lucky in that even though there was one really bad one, the vast majority were good. And I think that's why, even though, because people are like, well, if you were sexually assaulted, I don't understand. You love men. Hell yes, I do. Because
just because one man does something to you doesn't make you a man hater. I mean,
no, because just like
anybody else, you have to take each person.
Yeah, and I've had far more men be good to me and protective of me and treat me with dignity and respect than I have had to. And so you can't let one person or one group color. And I understand that like people get scared, because since that there are certain things like if a man like a big, and I love big guys like big teddy bear guys, but if a big man that I don't know gets too physically close to me for a moment, you have that in the back of your head, that panic, because you're thinking he's big and he could overpower me, and so I think all women have that, but if you've had something happen, it's heightened, and you have to.
God, physical stuff started happening in first grade with me.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Because I had even as a little bitty girl, I had that boo booty, and
that's just. I'm lucky in that I was built like a little boy until I fully blossomed. So because I remember, you always had those girls that got their boobs really early, and those girls, they didn't just get boobs, they got tatas, like they got a bodacious boob, and you always saw how like, God damn, all the awful negative attention. I remember as a little girl, you were embarrassed if you were the last one to get your boobs, but God damn, you didn't want to be first. Yeah. Because then all that pent up sexual attention.
See, it was kind of different for me because with my booty, I don't know, I guess I was born with a big booty. That just kind of happens such a small age, and some girls later on I saw the girls who had developed getting that attention, and by that time I was just kind of like, I guess I thought it was normal to have that kind of reaction.
Yeah, and the boobs are such an obvious, I think that it gets a lot of, because I still remember that poor girl that, I think it was in the third grade, we came back and she was like, damn, rocking a C cup, and I was like, what the fuck? She turned into a full-grown woman over summer.
Yeah, boobs are hard to hide. That's why even today I wear big loose things that cover my butt. Kind of hide it.
You learn to like downplay, and then when you're in elementary school and you suddenly got hooters, it's kind of hard to hide that.
Oh yeah, I remember. God, this had to be like. Oh, I remember it was Miss Gordon. I think this was 4th grade. One boy came up to me and grabbed my chest, and he said, "Tanya's are bigger than yours," and ran off.
Oh my God, little perv. Like, no, I was built like a little boy. Like, I remember Mom and I would get in the god-awfulest fights because she wanted me to wear a bra. And I'm like, I don't have boobies. I don't see the point. And...
Oh, I was so excited to get my first training bra. It had the little pink rose.
Oh, of course it did, And I was just like, I was a heathen. I was a hoyden. I just did not give a fuck about being feminine. And I was just like... I don't understand why I gotta wear this bullshit. I don't have any boobies. And Mom was like, because your nipples show. And I'm like,
Boys have nipples.
Boys have nipples. And, like, I could not... It just didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand why me having nipples and them having nipples was two different things. And so she'd make me, and I distinctly remember it, she'd make me put my bra on. I'm like, all right. The minute I got to school, went to the bathroom, took that off, put it in my bag. And she wasn't there when I got home, and nobody else paid any attention. So I didn't have to worry about putting it back on. I just had to make sure it wasn't still in my bag the next morning. That's all I had to do.
Yeah. I remember... I don't know if it's because I didn't want one or maybe I didn't need one yet. I had those little undershirts.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like a tank top. Had to wear all the time, but...
Yeah. Oh, see, I went straight from nothing to that, and I thought... And it made me think about, like, what it must be like to be a horse being broken to the saddle, because I thought that bra was the most restrictive, uncomfortable, awful thing, and now you don't even feel it, unless it's a bad one, and then there's nothing worse than a bad bra.
Wired.
Yeah. But, I mean, I was never... Because, like, there was nothing to it. I don't know why it was such a big deal, but it was. It
guess
pissed
just
me
going
off.
to that... Having to... Before into that next stage.
Yeah, and I mean, I was used to being such a little tomboy, and... I didn't, and like, because your shirts show the bra straps, and I didn't want, because all my friends were boys.
All those boys popping them.
And I didn't want my friends to notice that difference, because I wanted to be one of the boys, I was the worst.
All right, I think we're boring the guys, so.
The guys are like, I don't have any booby stories. I mean, I do, but not like
I got
that.
plenty, just not about mine.
Not that kind of booby story.
Alrighty.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done talking about boobies.
Y'all done? No, you're not talking about boobies. You're talking about bras and shit. So,
well, sorry, it was
that's what boobies go in.
The experience of being a little girl.
I prefer the free range, personally.
I know you do.
Okay.
I don't think you'd prefer all the guys paying attention to the free range.
No, I told you I'll walk behind you in the store and just couple.
Yeah. So I'll walk around you like this.
I will. I absolutely, because I love you.
Because that won't draw attention.
Yeah, nobody would notice that.
It'd be all right.
All right.
All right, we're out.
Bye.
Bye guys.